Hello everybody, I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, then please do. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a book collection. So I'm going to be showing you all of the books I own. So these are reading books ones. I was going to do colouring books and notebooks, but I decided that I won't show them in this video because I don't want it to be too long. And I'm planning to do a Harry Potter collection in the future, and most of my notebooks are Harry Potter themed, so I'll show it in that video instead. So before I start showing the videos, before I start the video, I want to do a quick disclaimer. I am sorry that I haven't filmed for a while. I was taking a little break, so that's why I haven't filmed. It has been very rainy today, but it's a bit better now. It's a bit sunnier, so I am very happy with that. I was almost not going to film today because I was annoyed that it's raining, because the last few days have been very sunny, but it's a bit better now. So if it starts raining, then I apologize, but I wanted to persevere for you guys and for myself, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to film next. These are all of my books that I have. There's another collection that I have there's another collection called Dork Diaries. If I remember, I'll put a picture of it on the screen. I don't remember if that's mine or my sister's, so I didn't bring it because I'm pretty sure it was my sister's, not mine. But yeah, so I have 6 bags to go through, so I'm going to start with this one here. With these ones, with the smaller bags, I'll put it on the table and then put it in the bags, but with the bigger bags, I'll just put it straight in the bag because it's easier for me than putting it on the table, then putting it back on in the bags. So the first one I have to show is this one, and it's called Confessions of a Lead Schoolgirl. So this is the front and that's the back. And this one I got from Stratford a while ago. So it's this one comes in a set. It has this one. It has Excuse Me While I Cry, which is in one of these bags, but I'll probably show it more later on. Or what I'll do if when I'm editing, I'll just cut that clip into this one after this one. So the next one I'm going to show is the one that goes with this one, and it's called Excuse Me While I Cry. This is Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry. So this is the front and that's the back, and this is by Joa Golfling. It's this one called Book Lovers, and it's by Emily Henry. This one's by Joa Golfling. I'm really bad at pronouncing names, but I tried. But yeah, that's that one. Right. So this one, it's the front and that's the back. This one was recommended to me, and this one was recommended to me as well. The next one I got is this one. It's called Disney Let It Go. So that's the front and that's the back, and it says special edition, includes a bonus chapter. So this book, I think I just saw it on the shelf and I said, let me try it, and there you go. So I got this because it's Frozen and I do like the movie. Even though I think it's very overrated, I do like the movie, but yeah, there you go. Next it ends with Ask by Colleen Hoover. So that's the front and that's the back. And this one I got a while ago because a lot of people was like, oh, this book is really good. But now a lot of people are saying this book is not as good as the other ones. Like, this is like, some people think it deserves the hype. Some people think it doesn't deserve the hype. I haven't read it yet personally myself because I'm focusing on the Harry Potter collections, but people say this one's really good too. But because I'm focusing on the Harry Potter series right now. Colleen Hoover books, I also got this book, and it's called Ugly Love. So that's the front and that's the back. And this one I got for Christmas for my younger sister. Most of these books should be in halls, so like Stratford halls or something like that. The older ones, like Jackie Wilson, they won't be in hauls because those are from like, when I was in school. But all the ones, but the more ones like Colleen Hoover ones, and those kind of ones, then those should be in haul videos. But ones like Harry Potter, I got those in schools. I picked the ones like Harry Potter, the ones like Jackie Wilson, Ho Henry, all of those, they won't be in any hauls on YouTube because I got those ages ago. So yeah, but if you want to go look back, then you'll see these kind of books in my hauls. But that's that one. Some people say they prefer this one more than this one. Some people say this one's better, but when I have the time, I'll read it. I just haven't read it yet. Next is this one, which is called One Last Stop. So that's the front and this is the back. And this is by Casey McQuiston. I think that's how you pronounce it. So that's the back. Next is this one. It's called The Wedding Dress, and it's by Danielle Still. And this is another one bestseller. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. So that's the front and that's the back. This one I got recommended by one of my favorite YouTubers called Amanda BB, and it's called Cinderella's Dead. So that's the front and that's the back, and it's by Catherine Bayron. I think that's how you say it. But her. And I also got that one. It goes to this one called The Poison Heart. So this is the front and that's the back. The next is this one, and it's called Heartless, and it's by Marissa Mayer. So that's the front and that's the back. And I'm pretty sure this is the story of the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, it says before she was the Queen of Hearts, she was just a girl who wanted to fall in love, and that's probably why I got it. Next is my Heartstopper collection. So this one and this one, and I heard about the volume 5, which I do want to get, but okay, actually. So now I'm going to show these ones. So first you've got this one. So this is the one. That's the back. This is volume 1. So, but this is the TV version. So it has the. So it has. Oh, I know his name's Nick Connor, who plays. Oh, why am I forgetting names now? I know his name is Kit Connor, but I forgot what his name is. But yeah, Nicholas, I think Nicholas, his character, but I forgot what his character's name is and what his name is. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen, but I'm completely drawing it black right now. Charlie, I think it's Charlie. Sorry, I was just flicking through the pages to see if I can find it. I think it's Charlie. I think it's Nick and Charlie, but I don't remember the actor name. So if I remember the actor's, if I remember, I'll put the writing on the screen. But yeah, that's the first volume. Then you got then you got the second volume. So that's the front and that's the back. Then you got the third one. That's the front and that's the back. And then lastly, the fourth one. That's the front and that's the back. And then this is, then you got, this is so funny. The name actually just came to my head, and the name's literally here. Then I got this one. So this is Nick and Charlie. So that's the front and that's the back. And then I got this one, and it's called I Was Born for This. So, and that's the back. And the author of these books and the Heartstopper books collection is Alice Oseman. And I want to get the rest of the collection, but probably not now because I already spent a lot of money on books and I need to read them. Mom's like, oh, why did you buy so much books if you're not going to read them? Like, you should, like, and I said to her, I am going to read them. It's just when I have more free time, I read them. Alright, so that's Alright, that's one bag got done, guys. Well done, me. One bag and 5 more to go. I'm trying to go for... I'm trying to go for around 45 minutes video, so for the people that like my long videos, you will be very happy. Okay, so I've done that bag. Now I have this bag. One bag done, 5 more to go. So continuing with Colleen Hoover, I also got this one and it's called Regretting, and it says a novel by Colleen Hoover. So this is the front and that's the back. And now I'm going to go into my Harry Potter ones. So okay, so first I got this one. This is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and this is the front and that's the back. And you're probably wondering why is it yellow, and the reason why it's yellow is because this is in my Hogwarts house, which my Hogwarts house is Hufflepuff, and so that's why it's yellow. I do want to get the whole collection of Hufflepuff, but probably not now, because when I looked at how much it was a lot of money, so I was like, probably not now, but there you go. Next is Fantastic Beasts. So this is the front and that's the back, and this is the original screenplay, and then here is the Crimes of Grindelwald one. So this is the front and that's the back. And here is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. This is the front and that's the back. I only watched the play of the Cursed Child, but I know it's a lot of money, so my friend said she wants to watch it as well. So along with my other Hufflepuff Harry Potter book edition, I also got the Goblet of Fire one. So that's the front and that's the back. So okay, so now I'm going to start with the books, and so this is in wrong order, so I apologize, guys, but so this one is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So that's the front and that's the back. This is the 4th book in the series. And this one is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So that's the front and that's the back. This is the 2nd book in the series. You got Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So that's the front and that's the back. This is the 1st book in the series. I'm currently on Prisoner of Azkaban. That's what I'm on right now. This is Deathly Hallows. So this is the 7th. No, 8th. I think 8th. No, 7th. Because the movies they split it in 2, but in the book there's only 1. So this is the 7th book in the series. So this is the front and that's the back. This is Half-Blood Prince. This is the front and that's the back. This is the 6th book in the series. And this is Goblet of Fire, which is the front. This is the front and that's the back. Oh wait, so this is okay. This is Order of Phoenix. This is the front, that's the back, and this is the 4th. Wait, 5th version. No, this is the 5th book in the series. So I think all of them, right? Okay, Next, I got this book, which is called Daddy's Little Secret, and it says pregnant at 14, and there's only one man who can be the father. So this is the front, and that's the back, and it's by an author called Tina Davis. And I got this in school because when I was younger, I didn't reading was not something that I liked. So like, my mum would get me books, and I would not get into any of them. So there's a lot of books that my mum would get me to try and get into it, and this was one of them. So, and the reason you're probably thinking why, and because it's like crime, mystery, that kind of storyline. So that's why I have it. Okay. Next I have this one, and this is Diary of the Wimpy Kid, The Last Straw. So it's the front and that's the back, and as you can see it's whipped because it's all very old. If you see it like this or messy, it's because it's very old. These ones. Alright, and then this one is called Stock on Me. So this is the front and that's the back, and it's by, I think it says Hilary Freeman. Alright, so that's the second one done. Those books are dusty, sorry guys. Now on to the third bag. So I've got 3 more of this, and then I'm done. So all of the Harry Potter books are by J.K. Rowling, but yeah, okay. So the next one is this one, and it's called The Reason I Jump, and it's by Nokia Higusta. I don't know, but that's the book. So I got this because it says it's about a boy who's 5 years old. I think he's 5 years old or 7 years old. I don't know how old he is, but he says his story about having autism as a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old, and I thought that sounded very interesting, so I wanted to read it. So here it says one boy's voice from the silence of autism. So that's why I wanted to read it. So there you go. Next is called Queens of a Geek, and it's by Jen Wilder, and that's the front and that's the back. And I think most of these books that I'm going to show you now I got because they have autistic characters in it, or when the lead is autistic. So I think this one has the main character is autistic. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Next is this one. It's called Better Than the Movies. So that's the front and that's the back. And this one I got because I kept on hearing about it, especially on TikTok. So that's why I wanted to get it. So it's called Len. It's by Len Painters. So that's the book. Going back into a bit of nostalgia now, and this is another Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This is called The Movie Diary. So I think this is when you can. It's about It's about the first one. So there you go. I was a big fan of Diary of a Wimpy. Growing up, I was a big fan of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, especially now, not as much, but like when in school, like when I was younger, I mean, I'm still young, but when I was younger, I was a big fan, and my favorite movie, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, is what it was. I haven't watched it in a while, but I do really like that movie. I've not watched the remakes. I don't plan to watch the remakes, because once I knew that they got a new cast, and Roderick, whoever that is, that's not Roderick, I don't know who that is, but I haven't watched the new movies, and I do not plan to. So next is Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is Girl Online by Zoe Sugg, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Zoella. And so that's the front and that's the back. I was a big fan of Zoella. Now I'm not anymore. But Zoella, Alfie, all these people. So Zoella, Alfie, those kind of people, I was a big fan of them. Not anymore though. Next you got the Cybermen. So yes, the label's still down. I don't know why I've taken it off, and I'm probably not going to. But here we go. This is the Cybermen. So this is the front and that's the back. And I would open it, but I'm not going to because this video is already going to be long. and I still like them now. I still really like them now. They're in a bit of controversy right now, especially JJ, because of the countdown video, the countdown 2 video. But I do like them. I really like them, and I like the videos, and I've been a fan for a long time. So that's why I got this one. Okay. Next is this collection, and it's called the Villain Tales collection. So it has, I'm not going to open it, but it has Mistress of Evil, The Beast Within, Poor Unfortunate Souls, and Bears of All. So it shows the stories of Ursula, the witch from Snow White, the one from Tangled, I'm pretty sure. No, so this collection shows the Maleficent, the Beast, Ursula, and Snow White. So it's their stories, it's their tales of what happened in the story. So it's from their point of view. And I haven't read it yet, but I want to. My friend's read it and she really enjoyed it, and she talked about it in her collection. So if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's really good. But yeah, one day I do plan to read it, I just haven't yet. The next one is this one, and it's called Where Are We by One Direction, and it says our autobiography. So it's the front and that's the back. So I have another one here, and it says One Direction, the true story, the true stories as told by the fans. Okay, so there you go. I have more One Direction related biographies, but I'll get to that soon. So bag done. So now got this one. Okay, so the first one I got is It by Stephen King. So there's the front and that's the back. And I do like It. I like the first movie. I don't really like it. I like the second one as well, but I prefer the first one. But I do like the It movies, and I'm not a big fan of horror, so the fact that I like the It movies, that shows you something, that shows how good it is. I just, when it's like too scary, so I just turn away. So like when it's, in the second one, when it's the scene with the Pennywise and the boy in the mirror house, I just turn away. I just don't look, because I get jump scared very easily. And it's cool. I have another It book, so this is the front and that's the back. And you're probably wondering, why do you have two of the same books? So basically, this is my original one. This one I got in a collection that I'm going to show in a bit. And my plan was to give the collection to my friend as a birthday present. But then, she already has it as well. And she was telling me about how she wants to get Curry by Stephen King, and I'm pretty sure she already got it. And I don't know if she's still planning to get the rest of them. So I said, you know what, I'll keep it for if I don't give it to her, then I know somebody else that I could probably give it to. But then if not, then I'm just gonna have to keep it for myself. So for now, I'm keeping it for myself, but I do have a person in mind that I'll probably give it to, since I'm not gonna give it to her anymore. But so this is the first one in the collection and it's The Shining by Stephen King. So this is the front and that's the back. And then I have one and this one, and it's called Doctor Sleep by Stephen King. So this is the front and that's the back. And the reason why I got the Stephen King collection is because I want to watch the movies. So I was saying to myself that I should get the books and read the books first, but knowing me, I'm probably going to watch the movies first because I need time to read those books because they're very long, especially the It one. So, okay. Alright. So next is another Colleen Hoover one, and this is called Losing Hope. So this is the front and that's the back. And next I got these two, and they're called they're by Tracy Deacon, and the book's called Legend Porn. So this is the front, and that's the back, and this is the second one, and I think this is called Blood Marked by Tracy as well. So this is the front, and that's the back. I think this one's the first one and that's the second one. I might be wrong, but I wanted to get it because I know they're by the same author, so I wanted to get it, and I've been recommended to read those books as well. Okay. Next is this one, The Love Hypnotist by Ali Hazelwood. So it's the front, that's the back. Next is Mr. Wrong Number, and this is by Lynn Peter. So I had a Lynn Peter book earlier, so that's the same author. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is Loath to Love You, and this is by Ali Hazelman, so the same person who did the Love Hypnotist. So this is the front and that's the back. This is Set on You by Amy Lee, and this is the front and that's the back. This is The Kiss Quorum by Haley Hogan. So this is the front and that's the back. This is The House in the Coral Sea, and it's by TJ Clune. And I'm pretty sure this character is autistic as well, so that's why I got it. Next is this one, and it's called She Drives Me Crazy by Kelly Quindle. So it's the front and that's the back. And this I was recommended because it's an LGBT book or has queer characters in it, so I wanted to read it and it looked interesting. So here you go. Next is called Dating Dr. Dill, and it's by Nisha Salman. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is called Heaney and Aisha's Guide to Fake Dating, and this is by Akbar J. Juta. I don't know, but the front and that's the back. I started reading this a bit, but I haven't read anything since then. Next is Love on the Brain, but this is by Ali as well. So it's the front and that's the back. This is called Trans Love, and it says it's about trans voices and non-binary voices, and I think a lot of people should read this, especially with what's going on in the world right now. So this is the front and that's the back. Oh, I got another Stephen King book, and then I got another Stephen King book, and this was The Pet Cemetery. That's the front, that's the back. I didn't realize I had another. There's another one in here. Next is X's and O's. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is Geek Charming by not Geek Charming. Next is Geek Girl by Holly Smile. So Smile, yeah. Holly Smile, I think that's how to pronounce the person's name. So this is the front and that's the back. I was gonna get the whole collection, but at the time I didn't want to spend a lot of money, so I didn't. Okay. Next is This Place Is Still Beautiful by Exa Tan. I don't know. But this front and that's the back, and I got this because I liked the cover. So when I went to Stratford, I liked how the cover looked, so I picked it up. If it wasn't for the cover, I wouldn't have picked it up because it wasn't on sale. So next is Queer Body Power, finding your body positivity. So this is the front and that's the back. And the last one in this bag, guys, and then I have two more bags, and this is the 7 Husbands of Eileen Hogan by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So this is the front and that's the back, and this one I heard about it many times, so there you go. Alright, next I got this bag, and then I got one more bag, and then I'm done, guys. Oh, hallelujah. But okay, so first I got this one, and it's called Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dady. So this is the front and that's the back. Next I got Honest, Everything They Don't Tell You About Sex, Relationships and Bodies, and this is by Minnie Evans. So it's the front and that's the back. If you please go and check this out, like especially if you're like a teenager or in your early to mid 20s, so then please check this out. This is a really good book. I heard of this person from TikTok, and I decided to get it, and I've read most of it, so there you go. Next is, I'm going to say, the Charlie Brown collection. So I got 1, 2, 3. Right. So the first one in the collection is this one, and it's called Get a Life, Chloe Brown. So this is by Tila Himbert. So that's the front and that's the back. I think just now I said Charlie Brown. If I said Charlie Brown, I apologise. I realised the last time I showed these books I said Charlie Brown as well. It's Chloe Brown. I apologise. The next one, I think this one's the next one. Okay, so I think this one's the next one, and it's called Actual Age, Eve Brown. So that's the front and that's the back. And then the third one is this one, and it's called Take a Hint, Dana Brown. So that's the front and that's the back. If I'm wrong, then it's the other way around, and I apologise. I don't know which. I know the Chloe Brown is the first one because I started it and I haven't finished it because I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't that into it. But Amanda says that these ones are better than that one. But a lot of people like these ones better than that one. But yeah, that's the Brown Sisters collections. Next I got this one, and this is Mockingjay, The Hunger Games, Mockingjay, and so that's the front, that's the back. I used to be into The Hunger Games. I like the first one, the second one not as much, but the first one I liked. So there. Next is another Colleen Hoover. I'm just finding more Colleen Hoover books, guys. I forgot how many I have, but this one is Finding Perfect. This one is called Finding Perfect. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is this one, and it's called Red, White and White Blue, and it's by Casey Matscrinston. So that's the front and that's the back. And I had a Casey one not that long ago, so there you go. Next is Matilda, and this is the front and that's the back. So this is I got this after the musical came out, which I really enjoyed. It was one of my favourite movies that I watched in New Year, so I got that. I got this when I went away to America. I'm pretty sure when I went to America I got this one. Next is this one, Harry Styles, Every Piece of Me. So this is front, that's the back, and this is by Lucia Gripston. So there you go. These books are a bit dusty, so I'm going to try and go these fast. This is called Richard, and I think that's number 3 and it's called A Shakespeare Story. So there you go. That is the front and that's the back. Next is called 1D, The One Direction Story. So this is the front and that's the Next is Harry Styles again. This is the unauthorized biography. So that's the front, and that's the back. I got another Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and this is Cabin Fever. So this is the front, and that's the back. This is Love, Simon. So this is the front, and that's the back. And I got this because I did really like the movie, so I wanted to read the book, because the people said that the ending in the film doesn't happen in the book, so I wanted to read it, but I just haven't got a chance to yet. I got another Roald Dahl one, and this is the Giraffe and the Pelly and Me. So this is the front, and that's the back. Now I got Hannah Montana, and this is called Face Off. So that's the front, and that's the back. So there you go. And this is another Roald Dahl one, and this is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So this is the front, and that's the back. Okay. Next, I got 5 Feet Apart. So this is the front, and that's the back. And I've watched this movie like maybe once, but I didn't mostly watch it because of that's Cole, right? I'm pretty sure that's Cole Sprouse. So yeah, that's what was it then? No, it's Cole. It's pretty sure Cole. So yeah, I watched that once. But next is The Hate You Give. And I watched the movie and I really liked the movie, so I got the book. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is Signs of Love, and that's the front and that's the back, and I probably just read it. Especially in school, I love to read romance stories, especially in school, so I got a lot of romance books. It looked interesting, so I got it. Am I going to read it? Probably not. Okay. Next I've got this one, and it's called Hearts Magazines, and it's by Cindy Jeffries. That's the front and that's the back. Next I got my all the Boys I Loved Before collection. So this is the first one, so that's the front and that's the back. This is the second one, I think. No, this is the second one. So this is P.S. I Still Love You. This is front, back, and then I think this is the last one. So this is Always and Forever. So and that's the back. And I have this collection twice because I couldn't find it, so I bought it again. So what I might do, these ones I might give it to my friend, and the new one I might keep for myself. I'll see what I'll do. Or I'll give the new one to my friend because I haven't opened it yet. The book, so this is called Truth or Dare. So this is the front and that's the back. I'm a big fan of Hannah Montana, especially when I was younger. Now I'm still a big fan because I rewatch it on Disney Plus. But next is Next is Macbeth. So this is the front and that's the back. I had a whole Sherlock Holmes. I had a whole what's it called? Shakespeare collection. So that's where these are from. Next I've got these books, and these are Rainbow Magic books, and this is Lucy and the Diamond Fairy. So that's the front and that's the back. Looking at these books makes me feel very nostalgic. This is Abigail's one, and I don't know anymore. Fairy stuff. This is another Roald Dahl book, and this is George Method's Medicine. So that's the front and that's the back. Hey guys, if I'm talking fast, I'm trying to get through this one. Like, this one's very big, but I have one more after this, and I'm glad. Okay, perfect. Okay, next is this one. Some of these books I forgot I even have, to be honest. And it's called $1 Million Mates by Catherine Hopkins. So this is the front and that's the back. This is another Shakespeare, and this is a Midsummer Night's Dreams. So this is the front and that's the back. This is High School Musical 2, the book of the film. So this is the front and that's the back. This is Wild Down Again, the Big Friendly Giant. So that's the front and that's the back. And now I should just have, okay, so now I'm just going to do these three, and then after I should just have Jacqueline Wilson in this bag left. So this is Lizzie McGuire, and this is Lizzie Goes Wild. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is this one. This is Charlie and Lola, and it's I am extremely amazingly bowling. I think that's how you pronounce it. So that's Charlie and Lola. And then I love what that one, and this is Going Solo. This is the front and that's the back. So now I should just have Jacqueline Wilson one, and Jacqueline Wilson is what got me into reading. So Jacqueline Wilson for me is what J.K. Rowling is for a lot of Harry Potter fans, because a lot of Potter fans they grew up reading the books, not watching the movies. So that's what Jacqueline Wilson is to me, what J.K. Rowling was to them. So the first one I got is this one, and it's called Cookies. So this is the front and that's the back. The next one I got is called Clumsy Me. I think it's Clumsy Me. So this is the front and that's the back. And I've read all of these, not recently, but I have in the past read all of these. This is called Bad Girls. So this is the front and that's the back. There's another Roald Dahl one. It's called The Witches. So this is the front and that's the back. I'm sorry that I'm talking very fast, guys, now. It's just because I've been filming for a while. But this is J.K. Rowling again. No, this is Jacqueline Wilson, and this is The Big Day Out. So that's the front and that's the back. One more bag to do after this. This is The Bed and Breakfast Star. So this is the front and that's the back, and that's Tracy Beaker. This is another Macbeth, another Shakespeare, Much Ado About Nothing. So that's the front and that's the back. I don't know why this is another Jacqueline Wilson, and this is called Lizzie Zipmouth. So this is the front and that's the back. This is Girls Under Pressure. So this is the front and that's the back. This is Best Friends. So this is the front and that's the back. This is Jacqueline Wilson, Jacqueline Wilson starring Tracy Beaker. So this is the front and that's the back. And she has a recent book that just came out, but I didn't get it. But maybe I'll get it in the future. And this is Double Act, and this is the front and that's the back. This is Girls and Teens. This is the front and that's the back. I didn't remember liking this one. This is Kiss. So this is the front and that's the back. This should be the last one now. This is Midnight, and it's the front and that's the back. Sorry, Midnight by Taylor Swift just came in my head. And I also have these three Jacqueline Wilson ones. So this is Love Lesson. So this is the front and that's the back. This is Hattie Heather. So this is the front and that's the back. And this is Vicky Angel. So this is the front and that's the back. Alright, so that took very long, but I've done that bag, and now I have one more bag to go, and then we are finished. Now I just got one more bag, and it's this one of the heaviest ones. Okay, so first one, Proud of Me by Sarah Hager Holt. So that's the front, that's the back. And I got this because I heard it has an autistic character in it, so I got that one. Here is what I am currently reading. So this is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So this is the front and that's the back. I haven't read in a while because I've been focusing on albums. So I've done the All Time Low new album. I've done Portals. I want to do Ellie Goulding's new album. I want to do Lana Del Rey's new album, but I've been focusing on albums and soundtracks, so I haven't really been reading recently, but soon I should get back to it. Next to this one is called Chloe Hayden's Yes, and it says a new version guide to the person embracing your true self and finding your happily ever after. So that's the front, that's the back. I really like this book, and the person who wrote this book is autistic, and she's also plays an autistic character on one of my favorite shows that came out last year called Heartbreak High. I think it's Heartbreak High. Yeah, I think it's Heartbreak High. So if you haven't watched the show, please watch it. It's really good. If you want if you want I can never say this word. If you want to watch a show that shows people like you, like gives you that kind of thing, it's beginning with R. I can't say it, but if you want that, this is the perfect show because they have an asexual character, a gay character, autistic character. Like they will give you. It's a good show. Next is the Audibles I Love Before collection that I was talking about. Only one. So this is the front, and that's the back. So this one I'll probably give to my friend because I haven't opened it. So next is the Maze Runner collection. So it's not open either, but you've got there's the book 1, book 2, book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, and book 5. I didn't realise there were so many books when I originally wanted to get it because there's only like 3 movies and I didn't realise there's 5 books. But I do like the movies. I'm a big fan of the movies. Haven't watched them in a while though. Next is Call Me By Your Name. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is this one, and it's called Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. So that's the front and that's the back. I mostly got this one because my friend said her sisters read it, so she really liked it, so I should watch it. And she was also telling me that it had a sex scene in it, so her sister was very surprised. Next is You Freak Sam. So this is the front and that's the back. This one is To My Sisters, and it's by Renee Hapka and Courtney Danielle Botin. So it says a guide to building lifelong friends. So this is the front, that's the back. It randomly came on my Amazon, so I said, you know what, let me take a look because I go on Amazon a lot to buy books, so it came up on my recommended. Next is The Do-Over. So that's the front and that's the back. And I'm pretty sure this is by the same author that did the Better Than Movies ones. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's the same author. So next is This Is How You Fall in Love by Anika. And this is the front and that's the back. Once finished, guys, gonna start talking a little bit faster. This is How Sunflowers Bloom Under Moonlight by Isabel Dorka. So that's the front and that's the back. And I also have another book here. And this is her newer one that came out, and it's called The Letters I Will Never Send. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is, this one is But You Don't Look Autistic at All, and this is by Bianca, I think it's Bianca Tulips. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So that's the front and that's the back. This is the Hufflepuff collection one. Next is I'm Glad My Mum Died by Jeanette McCurtain. So that's the front and that's the back. I really want to read this one because I hear it's really good, but it's very triggering. That's why I haven't read it yet. And I'm focusing on the Harry Potter collection right now. So, next is Horrid Henry. So I got this one. So this is called Walks the Dead, and this is the front and that's the back. I'm a big fan of Horrid Henry. So next is Horrid Henry Meets the Queen. So this is the front and that's the back. And this is a collection one. So I think it has 4 stories in it. Yeah, here we go. So it has a lot of them in it. So it's a big collection one. And this one is a big collection one as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a big collection one as well. Okay. Next, it's called Looking After. This one I got look, it's called Looking After Your Autistic Self. So that's the front and that's the back. And a lot of these books that I'm going to show next, I got to help me like when I go out, to help me like with meltdowns. So it's kind of like a mechanism, I guess, if that's the right word. This one, which is also Ho Henry, and it's all-time favorites, and it says joke book. So this is fun, and that's the back. Next is Drama Queen by Sarah Gibbs, and One Autistic Woman and Life of Unhelpful Labels. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is Managing Meltdowns Using Scared Calming Techniques with Children and Adults with Autism. So that's the front and that's the back. Next is Garden Pieces, and it's by Kathleen Glasgow, and it's the front and that's the back. This one, my friend was looking at it when we went to Stratford, but she didn't get it because she said it would be too triggering. But when she was reading about it, it sounded interesting, so I said maybe I'll get it for myself. And so I ended up buying it on Amazon. So next is Late Night and the Telegraph Club. So this is the front and that's the back. Next is A Kind of Spark by Annie McNeil, I think that's pronounced it. This is the front and that's the back. This one I heard was really good, and I was even talking about when I was asking the person about if she knows what it is, I was telling her that I've heard it and it's really good, and she said she's read it as well. And it has an autistic character, which makes it even better. That's what I had. Next is called Autism Breakdowns, the groundbreaking method that has helped families all over the world. So that's the front and that's the back. Right. Next is Ho Henry again, and it's called Tricks the Tooth Fairy, and it's the front and that's the back. Got Ho Henry again. This is Crazy Catch Up, and that's the front and that's the back. It's Ho Henry, and it's called And a Zombie Vampire. So it's the front and that's the back. This one next is Managing Meltdowns and Tantrums on the Autism Spectrum, and it says A Parent and Caregiver's Guide. So this is the front and that's the back. And this one is called Understanding Autism, Walk them out in their shoes. So this is the front and that's the back. So okay guys, so I am finished. I don't have any more books to show, or to put. Everything else in the bag is not book related, it's just stuff that I have in that bottom of the bag that needs to be cleared out. So that's the end of the video. It's a very long one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know if you have any book recommendations in the future. Let me know, maybe I'll get it. For now, I'm not getting any more books because I have so much books to read, and especially the ones that are in the book in the bag that I just showed. Those are the ones that I'm trying to read now, but after I read the Harry Potter collection. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my posts. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.